Something in the water. At first, I thought she was just tripping. My wife doesn't like flying, she's autistic, though mostly functions well, so she takes a Xanax and a few edibles before takeoff. This had been a surprisingly easy, if long, flight from the Midwest to Honolulu. All the overtime at work leading up to the vacation, plus some airline points, had bumped us up to business class. Everything seemed so much easier, more comfortable up front, and I didn't have to worry about me becoming irritable or her being upset because a stranger was touching her. Sure, give 2 seats to a person who can't stop eating, but we had to pay extra to get space and make dealing with an actual neurological difference at 30,000 feet easier? It was always hard for us to communicate on planes, because she always wore silicone shooting earplugs under huge over-the-ear headphones, for the noise, and I personally liked to blast my music to drown out the drunk people and crying kids. Still, we got through it okay. She was already in the habit of defaulting to a few simple sign language words when it was crowded or overwhelming, and had expanded vocabulary, as it were, via YouTube, into a basic but workable toolbox. We thought it would help anyway, because she does usually talk, but it's difficult for people like this to do so when they get overwhelmed. Plus, I know many airlines teach flight attendants basic ASL. She figured out the basics right away. No. Yes. Thank you. Help. Sorry. Bathroom. Food. Water. Coffee. Done. Okay. Scared. Sick. Cat. Dog. Kitten. We have cats. Those ones, I bothered to learn to recognize. But she had really dove into the topic of sign language, always interested in learning something new. I knew she'd picked up not deaf, autistic. I don't have COVID, and a few swear words to boot. But I couldn't make sense of what she was trying to tell me when she tapped my arm and pointed to the vast expanse of ocean as the 777 slowly descended towards Oahu. Then, she held up both hands, spreading out the fingers and motioning as if she was clawing at the cracked dry, recirculated cabin air. I shook my head. I don't know that one. Calm down, you're still tripping. We're almost there. The ocean is beautiful, though. I usually let her have the window seat, because she would just take the medicine and stare quietly out, fascinated. Yes, for the whole trip. I always wondered if that was boring. She sighed, made a motion as though something was swimming in and out of the vast ocean below, and repeated the sign I didn't know. What, a whale? We can see some of those on the tour. She looked perplexed, shook her head, then shrugged. By the time we had finally touched down, gotten luggage, and checked into our Airbnb, she didn't remember when I asked her what she had seen, other than to say there was something weird in the ocean, but it could be anything. The sedative and special treats always left her with only fragmented memories against a blank canvas of several hours. I didn't think much more about it. At least, not right away. We were in line at a tiny local coffee place, and the usual morning chatter held a curious intensity. I caught, been up to the beach yet? Wireless is jumping about a whale washed up. Shoots. I hear something took a bite out of that thing. Bro, what even eats a whale? You tell me. Squid maybe? Or maybe the great fat leader over there in Korea tried to bomb Pearl Harbor and missed. Not like the missile alert system is good here anyway. Damn, that was the scariest day of my life. Better hope I never run into that guy who triggered the false alarm. But I doubt Kim could hit the broadside of a barn door. They're all starving there except him. Laughter. The woman behind the counter asked what we wanted. You wouldn't believe how much a cup of single-origin Hawaii coffee goes for. A few days later, well into our vacation, it was time for one of those helicopters tours. Call me a fool who soon parted with her money, but I really wanted to see the island from above, and not just on the way into the airport. And despite the noise, we were really enjoying ourselves up there. My wife was filming the approaching ocean through the window when she suddenly started as though she remembered something, pointed at the water, and repeated the same strange, clawing sign she had made on the plane. The next day, another dead whale with a bite taken out washed up near the base. There's something out there. I wish I knew what she saw.